Well, looky here. My ColecoVision flashback. Now, I did a video about this before, and I put it up on Facebook on the ColecoVision Lunatics fan page. And people whined at me because I said it was a modded flashback, and they whined because I put a pi in it. So basically, it's just a case. Even though I still have the reset and the power button are stock. Yeah, I modded it. The reason I did this, and I'll tell you why, is I've already done one video if you want to watch that one. The reason I'm doing a second one, just wanted to tell a story. When I was a kid, many moons ago, back in the 1920s, I don't know, long time ago, I'm old, I had an Atari. That's all we had. We had an Atari. My parents had some friends I did not like, but they had a Coleco. So every time they went to visit, I would go over there and play their Coleco. Never owned a Coleco. Always wanted a Coleco. Unbeknownst to me, they're still making games for the Coleco. About 10 years ago, I think when the flashback came out, I specifically called my wife at the time, and I said, I would love a ColecoVision flashback. So write this down. ColecoVision flashback. Write it down. It's at Bed Bath & Beyond. Now, it's very important to me that you don't buy the Intellivision flashback, because I really did not care for the Intellivision at that time. And I specifically said so many times, please don't buy the Intellivision. It'll make me angry. And so Christmas morning, when I got the Intellivision, I was not happy. So after the divorce, I went out and I returned the Intellivision flashback, and I got me a ColecoVision flashback. It was sitting around for years and years. Then I saw a guy did a video where he gutted it and put a pi in it so it could play every Coleco game there is. Took me a couple years to do it myself. And now what I have here is a Coleco flashback, but yes, it has a pi in it. Oh well, sorry. I just want to show you the new games I got. Like I was saying, I got Coleco, I got an Atari Max cartridge to play Zelda games. Well, most of the games. I really kind of wanted a Phoenix, but I'm never going to get a Phoenix. So it came down to I had to build this myself. It took a long time. It took a lot of pains in the ass. But we got 2 Coleco flashback controllers that work for all the games. I recently joined the ColecoVision, what is it, Maniacs Club, which gives you access to, in case you didn't know it, they're still making games. There are 3 or 4 different companies still making games for this thing. And I have 99% of them on this machine right now. ColecoVision still making games. They have hundreds of games. At one point I had bought the ROM packs, but this year I joined the ColecoVision Experience, whatever the hell it is, club. Look it up on the internet machine. And it gives you, not only, they're going to mail me some new cartridges, they're also giving me a little membership card and a bunch of new games. And so I added a bunch of new games to this thing. So if you haven't watched this before, well, welcome. I don't know what's wrong with you. If you've joined for the first time, I'm just going to show you some of this. That right there, that's a ColecoVision game. This is, I think, what's Atari Age there. Atari Age, there's a guy who gives free games every Christmas. If you didn't know, like, this is just nothing. That's an old game. That's a ColecoVision, I believe. ColecoVision. And what they do is they recreate the old, like, some of the games are exactly right. Or sometimes there's, like, that's brand new. And you know what? I'm going to just pull it on. I had this a couple weeks ago, I think. Just to show you some of the games. I'm going to waste probably 20 minutes of your day if you're bored enough to actually watch this, which I don't know why you would. But this is your new Asteroids. Let's just start it up. Player 1. Where am I? Look at that. Works. And I'll just get out of it. I'm just going to show you some of the games and some of the play. Some of these you probably never heard of this one either, or that, but Of course, you probably heard of BC's Quest for Tires and the other one. Bagman is the one. I don't. Maybe you haven't seen it. Well, let's give it a shot. This was a game I loved in the arcade. I have an arcade ROM of it, I believe, on my Legends Flashback or Legends, whatever it is. But this is Bagman. Beautiful, isn't it? For, considering the technology of the 80s. Let's just get out of this one. I'm just going to keep showing you some of the newer ones. Maybe you've heard of Bank Panic. The Battle of Hoth, which, if you've never seen it, if you remember the old Atari game, which was The Empire Strikes Back, basically that's all this is. They've just updated it for the Coleco, ported it, I guess. Oh, this is Team Pixel Boy. So it's not even ColecoVision. This is Team Pixel Boy. But they're also a great company that's still making games. I think the guy might have just retired. He's got a lot of great games going on. This is the game. Right, I'm ready. How do I go up here? There we go. So you're doing your little, I don't even know what this thing was called. I'm not the Star Wars nerd in the family. The speeder. Snow speeder? Who cares? This is one of the games. I don't know that one. Some of these are just, this was Berserk. I just added this to it like last night. If you remember Berserk, great game. Electric Adventures. Looks like something you get on an old porno. And there we go. Here he is. Here's the guy. Now, I'm doing this one-handed, so that's the speech you get. Anyways, you get the gist. And what's next? I don't know that one. But most of these are new. If you haven't seen it before, Bomb Jack is new. Bootskill. Breakout. Well, it's just, I don't even know. That's probably a homebrew. Buck Rogers Super Game or the original. Bump and Jump. Burger Time. And then there's some kind of a game for adults. There's 4 of them. Look at that. Busting out. Make your own jokes. I didn't make the game. I just put them on my machine. CISO, Cabbage Patch. Chaos Begins. I believe this is one of the new ones, but I'm not quite sure. It will just show you stuff maybe you've heard of. Centipede was there before. Comic Bakeries, new. Congo Bongo's old. Cosmic Avenger, I believe, is one of the newer. No, that's an old one from the 80s. That's right. And get out of here. Like the first video I did, I just basically showed how it works and everything. I thought I'd just do another one a couple months later. Just to show some of the different games that I didn't get into before. Like, obviously, I have all the old games from the 80s, but anything, well, let's say 95% of anything that's come out since, I have. This is one of the Atom games. Donkey Kong 3 is one of the new from ColecoVision. Let's see here. Dukes of Hazzard I can't even play because it needs the steering module, which does not really work on here. It supposedly would if I went through a lot of trouble, which I haven't because I'm lazy. This is more or less Qbert, which I think there was anyway. Elevator Action. Let's see here. What's new? I think Fireman and Flappy Bird are somewhat new. So is this. Food Fight is brand new. If you're a big fan of the arcade version. Under voltage. Better check my thing. Every once in a while I'll get an under voltage because I'm not using the actual Pi power cord itself. I have it plugged into a adapter. To this thing here. Right, there it is. Good camera work as always. An adapter to go into the original power supply. So here's your Food Fight. Let's just, wonder if I can just start it. Yep, let's do it up. So if you remember this from the arcade, and you know, it looks great, especially for an 80s video game system. Frenzy, Frogger 2, of course. Frostbite is one of the newer ones from Team Pixel Boy. The old Atari game. Galaga has been redone for this. I don't know if you've seen it. Might as well put it on here. Just do it up. Hook up a brother. Oh, come on. That's beautiful for your home system. If it's not an arcade, maybe the new kids today, they don't understand. They don't care. But for me, look at that. You're never going to see it better than that on a home system. Galaxian, Gamester, I don't know what that is. Get Booty. Ghostbusters. Goonies, that's a newer one from, I believe that's, who is that? That's probably Team Pixel Boy. Gorf. And they've ported a lot of the games that were for the, the SG-1000, because that is a similar system. So, Hero, hang on. That's a newer one as well. Haunted Caves, The Heist. Hyper Rally. Ice World is new. It's just it's a mouse and it's cold. Let's see here, Jay. A lot of Jet. Joust, Jukebox, Jump or Die. Jungle Hunt, of course, is old. Oops, too far. Kaboom! Keystone Capers, remember that for the Atari? King and Balloon, don't even know what that is. Kind of going quicker. I don't want to waste too much of your day. Trying to go through quick. That's new. That as a newer one. That's the old Tron game, in case you didn't realize. Sometimes they have to have a different name for legal reasons, I guess. Like as if somebody still owns the rights to the game, I guess. But we all know Light Grid Racing is... Oh, you can tell from the music, too. We all know what that is. Now, I don't have a flight stick, so I don't know how this is going to go. Oh, look at me go. Screw that guy. He's crashing. Well, what's next? All right, what's new in here? All right, M. That's old. Mappy's reasonably new. Some of these are from Atari Age as well. And like I said, if you go on Atari Age, the forums, you'll see every year Christmas, a guy, I do believe it's Team Pixel Boy, he gives a lot of his games for free just because he's a super guy. I think he's actually retiring soon, so... Nose Trap, Mr. Chin, Mr. Do Run Run, Mr. Do's Castle, Mr. Do's Wild Ride. I had an older prototype of this before, and I left it on here. I don't care. Let's go into the ends. Don't know that one. Nibbly. What else? Well, Omega Races, I believe one of the newer ones. Pepper 2 was an old one. I love that game. Now you got two different Pitfalls. Or Pitfall 2, Pitfall 2 Arcade. You got Pooyan. Purple Dinosaur Massacre. Yes, that is exactly what you hope it is. I got Real Cubert. Cubics. Quicks, I guess. The Quest for Quintana Roo. Rally X. Looking for something. Robotron, brand new. If you haven't seen it, oh my god, it's beautiful. It looks so good. If you're a big fan of Robotron, any of that stuff in the 80s, the Williams stuff, and if you're as old as I am, to see this on a Coleco, it's just incredible. Let's do it up. Look at this. It looks so good. And you know, you can fire that way or that way. I don't know which one of these is. What else we got? Root Beer Tapper. A lot of S's. Safari Race is new. I don't really know the game. Santa. Crap. I'm trying to streamline the video here. Smurf, Snake. So, Space Fury, Space Hunter, Space Invader, Space Panic, Spaz Attack, Star Castle, another newer one. Looks beautiful. Starfire. Star Wars looks great on here. Strip Poker. Make your own jokes. I already got one of those. And then there's tons of super games. Baseball, bowling, football, soccer, Super Cobra, Super Cross Force, Super Donkey Kong, Super Donkey Kong Jr., Minefield, Pac-Man, Space Acer, U-Wall. I don't know what that is. 2 Sydney Hunter games. Bunch of tank stuff. Telly the Turtle. Now, the castle is a new one. You can't see from that, but if you can read the little lettering. The Way of the Exploding Foot. Somebody's getting their ass kicked from that game, I'm sure. TU, Up and Down, Uridium. Don't know those. V, Vampire is new. Vanguard, Venture. These are all the older ones. W, Warm and Fuzzy, Quest for Salad. Got to be a great game. Now, in here I mentioned this in the other video. I just put demos and mock-ups. It's just a bunch of games that just somebody made in their basement of their parents' house. Berenstain Bears. It doesn't play. It just loads an opening screen. RPGs. There's a Crazy Climber demo. I haven't purchased. I haven't heard anything good about it. The original version, or the one you can buy. You can get it on eBay or whatever. But these are all just odd little, either a demo. That's the art that I had to put on it because I don't know what it is. Make your own joke. That's another one. I put my own art onto it. Let's just get out of here. I'm skipping through it anyways. Why? Yard's Revenge. Brand new. I'm going to put it on. Ported from the Atari. Just recently, I guess. In the last couple of years. Do it up. Oh, I love you, Colecovision. Sign up. Become a member. I paid for the ROMs a couple of years ago. I didn't know about the membership club. Now I'm in the membership club, and you have access to all of their ROMs. And if you're smart enough to build one of these, I was. So if you can find yourself a monkey standing on a rock somewhere, he could probably build you a ColecoVision flashback if you want. That's that game. Okay. Z is the last one. So we got Zaxxon. Zaxxon 2 is the Super Zaxxon. Zippy Race. That's a new one. Zombie Near Zoom. I also put on a couple new Atari games on here. Just doesn't really matter. I just wanted to show people a little bit like a revisiting of my flashback, I guess. If you watched my other video, you're one of several. I had put it up on Facebook on a ColecoVision group, and people whined at me about stuff. Even the guy I gave a shout out to for using his initial idea for the package, he even complained and whined. So I just took it down and I left the group. Everything I said about them is, I don't feel that way today. But I am a huge Coleco fan. I have a real Coleco. I have 2 flashbacks. One is stock in the box, and then this one, which I have bastardized it, but I have every game in this tiny little thing on this little SD card sitting at the side. It's beautiful. I love this thing. If you wasted yourself 20 minutes today watching this, something wrong with you, but I understand. I probably would have watched this too because I'm that bored. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. I got other stupid videos to do. I got other stupid things that I'm building. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll be bored enough to come back again. All right. Laters.